Thank you, Lupus and Lepus, for another tag. It says, at Hero Hey, RWBY Fanatic wants Pipkin Pippa to be canceled for not liking RWBY. Yeah, sounds pretty typical for a RWBY Fanatic. And as I said before, that's why I made the term up. It's the most suitable thing I could think about calling RWBY Fanatics, because they're fanatical, dude. They're obsessed with defending that show. You can literally give the most reasonable criticism about RWBY, and for the rest of your life, these fanatics will hate you. I mean, the rest of their life too. They will dedicate their life to hating anybody who has simply criticized RWBY in any way, shape, or form. I've dealt with a lot of fandoms over the years, and generally, in any fandom I've seen, like if you say something that someone in that fandom disagrees with, they eventually move on. Sometimes even the next day, sometimes like the next week, maybe the next month. But with RWBY fanatics, they never move on. You could say something in like 2018 criticizing RWBY, and in 2023, they will hate you for it, and perpetually they will hate you for it, and make it their life's mission to talk about how much they hate you and how like evil you are or whatever, because how dare you say anything slightly critical about RWBY on any level. And it's also important to remember that a lot of these RWBY fanatics have now also hopped over into other fandoms. In particular, around 2021, I saw a lot of RWBY fanatics hop over into the VTuber space and spread their toxicity there as well. The saving grace is that compared to like the overall VTuber community, the RWBY fanatics in the community are a minority, and they will be a minority in any community they join, because the RWBY fanatics are not like a very large group. They're just an extremely loud and hate-filled group. Anyways, let's see why they're mad at Pippa. Been unwillingly seeing Pippa's stuff getting mentioned, and all I gotta say is that I frickin' hate it. After seeing this Pippa clip, I genuinely hate her. I don't hate anyone nearly as much as her for how she insulted a dead man/legend like Monty. Maybe Pippa insulted Monty, maybe she didn't, I don't know. We're gonna play the clip in a second, but I can tell you, RWBY fanatics have lied about that many times before. Like, you could simply say, I've never really been a fan of RWBY and the animation is kind of weird. And they'll turn around and be like, why are you insulting a dead man? You're hating on Monty, blah, 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 blah. Oh, here's another common one. And this is one that's happened to me before too, where I'll be like, I love Monty's work in early RWBY. I just don't like what RT has done to RWBY over the years. Like, they kind of ruined it. And then they'll be like, Hero Hey said he hates Monty. He's like spitting on Monty. Like, dude, what? Said no such thing. Said the exact opposite of that, ya loony. Remember some months back what they did to Charlie when he talked about RWBY and how he's just like not a fan of it? And the stuff they were just making up about Charlie, saying that he said like way worse stuff than he actually said. Moving on to the second image that I was sent. We got the same person saying, like, I hate cancel culture, but genuinely want Pippa to be canceled. What? I hate cancel culture. I want Pippa to be canceled. What? Okay, that makes sense. Let me restart from the beginning without laughing this time. Like, I hate cancel culture, but I genuinely want Pippa to be canceled for how she insulted a dead man just because she doesn't like a show he was passionate about making. You know what? I was hesitant about this point, but screw it. If you like Pippa, frickin' unfollow me. I don't want to be followed by someone who enjoys content from someone who mocks people who died. Someone else says, that's very understandable. I think I'm equally angry and pissed off. Are this person. The OP's like, good. Pippa is absolute garbage, and no one can tell me otherwise. The only unfortunate thing is that these tweets only have like one like. It's like a low-key conversation. Would have been funnier if there was like a bigger group of RWBY fanatics all mad about this, because I doubt Pippa cares what they're saying. If anything, she'd probably find it funny too. Maybe the rest of the RWBY fanatics just don't know about the clip that we're about to watch. Here's what those people are mad at. 11-month-old video, by the way.
That's the thing for 20. RWBY is made by Westerner in a Western 3D style, but was still excellent regardless. At least until Monty died. Also, happy birthday. Listen, Monty didn't have to die for it to be a piece of dog shit, alright? It was already a piece of dog shit. I don't know why people suck Monty. What was his last name? Monte Carlos, whatever the fuck.
Oi, oi, we're allowed to show and or use some profanity in videos to my understanding of the current advertiser guidelines. But I don't think I think there's a limit that they allow. At this rate, we're rapidly approaching that limit. Pippa, you ain't taking away my green icon. I might have to do some editing on this one. We'll continue for now.
People didn't have to suck his dick. Okay, listen, it was bad. It's always been bad. It was never good. There was never a good concept there. It was always just bad. Okay, listen, I'm sorry. Monty Python, yeah. It was always bad. I'm sorry. Take off the rose-tinted shades, okay? Take them off. Take them off! RWBY's bad! fight scenes are fire. Oh my god. No, they're not. No, they're not. I don't understand. Chat, I feel like I'm having a stroke when I look at the RWBY stuff, chat. I feel like I'm having a stroke because everybody's like, oh no, this piece is good, this piece is good, this piece is good. Chat, I feel like, am I not in on the joke? Is there something I'm missing? Hold on. Chat, I'm gonna show you guys RWBY trailer. I'm gonna show it to you guys. This is from 10 years ago. Hold on. This is when Monty Python was running it. I think this actually sounds better than the English dub of Bad Apple. I do think this sounds better. DMCA Pippa? Yeah, that's why I'm pausing. That's why I'm pausing.
Okay, now we pause. Plus another side note here. So she's saying she's like pausing the video to not have an issue with DMCA, aka copyright issue. And the person who uploaded this seems to have put a notation over it. I'm assuming that's coming from the uploader, which indicates that they did have a problem with copyright even still. So yeah, I'm not sure how much of this I can play.
I'm sorry, chat. It looks awful. I'm sorry. If you have nostalgia for it and everything, that's good for you. Equalizer, I think this looks like a Steam Greenlight game. It does. Ragnar, I think which is lowest. I won't let you slander PlayStation 2 games like that, woman. I'm sorry. You play Roblox? Yeah, but I'm not saying Roblox has fantastic fight scenes. Or Saberling Dealers, remember when Rooster Teeth was good? I'm gonna be real with you. Rooster Teeth was never really good. They just had a few good projects that they brought on from other people, but not very many.
There's also the fact that so many of those old school RT people sold out super quick to corpos. Like as soon as they got a chance, they sold out. And then later went on to display immense hypocrisy too.
Pippa, you're jealous of the model? The model looks like MMD TDA. I don't know which one came first. I don't know which one came first. But when I see the RWBY models, what comes to my mind is or no, not TDA. LAT. It was the LAT models. When I see these, I think of these old not VTuber.
One of the people in chat's like a VTuber. She's like, no, not a VTuber. It was pretty funny.
MMD models. Hold on, I'll put one on. It looks like this, chat. This is exactly what I see when I see RWBY. Eddie Lombardo, link friend. Just think, Pippa, there's people out there with RWBY tattoos. Oh no. Oh no. Kimono Friends, I'm a big fan of Kimono Friends, even though it looks like dog. Kimono Friends looks like dog, but it's got soul. I think you guys forgot what Kimono Friends looks like because it doesn't look good. Listen, I am a huge Kimono Friends fan. I am an extremely huge Kimono Friends fan.
Okay, I don't know what Kimono Friends is, but it sounds like some girl show. But anyways, like what she said about Kimono Friends having soul and looking bad, a lot of people say that same thing about RWBY, like particularly old RWBY. And the good thing about old RWBY is it knew it looked kind of janky and bad, and it embraced it in a comedic way. It like kind of just joked around with itself. The problem is later on, it took itself way too seriously. Well, there's a lot of problems later on, to be quite frank. That's just one of the like giant list of problems with RWBY and how it like progressively got worse and worse. Anyways, the rest of the clip is her talking about Kimono Friends, so we'll just leave it there and stick on the RWBY part. So based off that clip and like some of the choice words she was using to talk about Monty and like mocking his last name and stuff, I do think she actually was insulting Monty a little bit. It was a little disrespectful to Monty. Now maybe I'm just old school like this, little old school mentality or something, but I think I just personally don't like talking ill of the dead. You know, if you can avoid it, I think that's probably a generally good move. As always, the RWBY fanatics take things too far, being like, cancel her, and if you follow her, if you like her content, unfollow me. Freaking like follow policing people too. Plus, they don't really have room to talk at all, because RWBY fanatics, as we kind of already talked about at the very beginning of this video, tend to bring Monty's name up as a shield anytime anyone criticizes the corpos and the corporate corruption of Rooster Teeth, which is a pretty disgusting thing to do. Like, let the man rest in peace. I think that's pretty much all I gotta say on this topic. Hope you enjoyed her clip. Hope you enjoyed this video, and consider letting me know your thoughts in the comments. Have a great rest of your Saturday, and I'll see you in the next one.